I love Sonic the Hedgehog. In case it wasn't obvious, I'm a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, the franchise as a whole. Mainly the characters, especially the movie ones. Dude, there's just something about the movie characters that just are so special to me. It's probably because the movies are what's really made me into a Sonic fan and really made me appreciate just how great this franchise is altogether. So, because of this love for Sonic, I've collected so many Sonic figures. I have plushies too, which you've probably seen in my previous videos, but I have more figures than plushies because when it comes to action figures, there's just something so special about the Sonic figures that are just so unique and so different and are just so fun to see. I always enjoy going to the store and finding a character I don't have and just picking it up and taking it home. It's just so satisfying. I love that feeling, which is why I have so much stuff in my room, because I just have a thing for collecting, I guess, merchandise of my favorite franchises. There's no other way to put it. But simply, to put it lightly, I have a lot of Sonic figures. I do have a lot of plushies too, mainly FNAF, which I will show you guys a FNAF plush collection in a future video, probably around October time, because once we hit August, it ain't gonna be nothing but FNAF content from there on out. So I figured, since it's like the preseason before FNAF hype train, I thought I could show you guys some Sonic the Hedgehog figures, and specifically the ones I have, and explain to you why I have them. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I don't want to be talking forever, except that I know I have been very quiet and, not doing anything on my channel, but it's because I've been working on some stuff. I've been planning a lot of content, and it's very soon to be shown on the channel. Poppy Playtime Chapter 4's final playthrough will be up. I've been working on the Part 2 and Part 3 playthroughs, and so I've been really excited to post those, but I've just been putting those on the back burner simply because I've just been planning all this other content. So many ideas, so many things. It's hot up here. I'm recording in my room and it's just super hot during the summertime. I hate it. It's sweaty. So I might have the fan on during my videos, so excuse that. However, let's stop talking and just let's see the Sonic collection I keep talking about. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, this is all my Sonic figures piled up in the basket. I know it looks messy, but I mean, as I showed earlier, I have a lot of stuff, and this is my only way of somewhat staying organized. Alright, let's get started. It's freaking hot up here though, so excuse me, but I'm gonna turn on the fan. Alright, so I'm gonna be putting this to like the side right here, and I will just show off the figure and briefly talk about it. Alright, let's start off with my favorite figures of the bunch, the movie figures. So this is Movie Sonic. I absolutely love Movie Sonic. He is so cool. My favorite version of Sonic, and just my favorite Sonic character of all time. Alright, there's just something about his design. The blue arms look so nice on the eyes. Even, like, speaking of eyes, like, just look at this thing. It looks so cool. And then, like, his shoes are just super detailed. I remember when people were first posting that this was a Sonic figure, I was like, dude, I need it. Like, oops, sorry. He has joints, so he could do like a lot of stuff. And just, we could pose him and being kind of like, I'm Sonic, gotta go. See, I'm already playing it. Next up we got is Movie Tails. This one is cool too. I love the tails on this figure, literally tails. Yeah, I love the posability. It's probably the best and smartest way to do a Tails figure, because most of them are just like this, but like this one you can actually separate, and I think it's cool. Nothing much to say other than it's a well done figure. Also, something I forgot to mention the Sonic figure was that all the movie figures have like this posable hand joint that you could open and close. That is such a cool thing. I've been treating these figures literally like children because I'm so afraid I'm gonna break these. But I haven't. Just goes to show you, these figures are so precious to me. They're just so beautiful. I love them. I'm gonna set them right there, right next to Sonic. All right, next up, Knuckles. This is Knuckles the Echidna. I might talk more about certain ones. It just honestly depends. All right, so this is Knuckles. He's got huge fists. Red, my favorite color. He has the posable arms, or I guess hands. I meant, every figure has posable arms. He has detailed shoes. He's larger. He's the same size as the figures, but he just looks a lot larger just simply because he's got a bigger body and bigger head. But yeah, this is Movie 3 Knuckles. All these are the Movie 3 figures. I'll set him right there. Nothing much to talk about him, but I like seeing all three of them staying next to each other. Just the colors look so good together. Here is Super Sonic. This is the Super Former movie Sonic. I don't have movie Super Shadow. I saw it in the store the other day at Target, and unfortunately I didn't get it. I don't know why. I just didn't think about it for some reason. But yeah, this is movie Super Sonic. This figure is really cool. Most of these movie figures I received for Christmas, which was such a nice present for my family. So if you're watching, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me. You know, the color looks nice on this one. I like how the yellow, like I feel like the yellow on this one looks a bit different than the Tails yellow, which I appreciate because they could have easily used the same one, but they didn't. To show you this is a super form and then this is just basic yellow Tails. So yeah. Alright, just gonna set this down. Next up we have is Gerald Robotnik, probably the last Sonic figure, the most recent Sonic figure I have collected. I saw this one on Walmart and I just had to get it. I love Gerald in the movie. I think he's really cool. I love Jim Carrey. I thought he did such a great job playing both Robotnik and Gerald. So, you know, good stuff there. I love the belly on this figure. I'm hoping they make a figure of Eggman and Gerald when they're like in the suits, when they're in the Space Colony arc. Because I like this Gerald, but I want like a figure of movie Eggman in the suit. But unfortunately, they don't yet, which is fine. Alright, this is Robotnik. This is a figure for movie 3, but for some reason they made it based off the second movie Eggman. I don't know why. They never made like his version from the third film, which is annoying because it's just like, I don't mind this figure. I like it, but I just would have rathered one from actual third film. But you know, it's okay. It is what it is. And just, dude, look at this figure. It looks so good. I like this figure probably more than Gerald, just because I like the colors in this one, and I think, you know, Robotnik's a bit cooler than Gerald. But I love both figures equally, because, I mean, you get what I'm trying to say. Next up we have is Movie Shadow. Now, a funny story, I think my Shadow figure came out, and when I bought it, it just was a bit weird, because, like, look, this is my Movie Shadow figure, but something happened to the arm where, like, it doesn't stay like this one, so, like, it comes off. And I've been meaning to buy like another Movie Shadow, but unfortunately I just haven't yet. But it's just super annoying. So this arm is unfortunately not as posable. I'm just gonna put it back right there. Alright. And boom. But yeah, it's really weird. I hate that because I love Shadow in the movie. And then this figure just was not working out, so what a shame. I also don't like how this figure has like the unfinished eye. Most Shadow figures from the movie have it. I don't know why. Jax, what's wrong with you? Yeah. That's basically all my movie 3 figures. I guess I'll just explain this. This is all accessories. I mean, I guess I could show you these, but just like, I wanted to just mainly show the figures. So these are all accessories. Some broken bits and parts and stuff. I'm gonna just put this to the side. Alright. Not embarrassed to show how I store these things. This is all like Eggman stuff. Mainly from the Eggmobile set that Jax came with the classic Eggman. So, you know, there's that. Ignore this box. Here is the first game figure. This is Mephiles. I remember being so excited when I heard they're making a Mephiles figure, because Mephiles is such a cool character. I know Sonic 06 sucks. I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't. Fun fact, I actually own Sonic 06. Don't ask why, but I just do. But I love Mephiles. I think he's a cool character. He looks so sick. Obviously, Mephiles doesn't have feet, but they give him feet because, you know, we need to stand this figure up somehow. But I still think it looks cool. I think the feet actually looks way cooler on him. I think it makes more sense for him to have feet. Just looks so crazy. The material, the way his body looks like it's like a rock breaking, looks so sick. But yeah, something else I should point out is the game figures are way smaller than the movie figures, which I actually like it. It helps show the figures are different. It makes these figures feel more like, I guess, epic and exciting because they're more crazier than the regular figures. Alright, so this is my movie 2. I've had the Sonic movie 2 figures for a while, so a lot of them are like broken. This is movie 2 Knuckles, guys. Movie 2 Knuckles, this figure has such a crazy story. So, I actually, for my birthday, which is March 12th in case you're unaware, got most of the movie 2 figures except Knuckles. So we went, after we saw the movie in theaters, we went to Target to look for the rest of the sets. Because I had the Sonic, Tails, and Robotnik, but I didn't have the Knuckles, which I didn't like because Knuckles is the new character in that movie. And we looked and we didn't find him. So we were like, oh dang, that's such a shame. But as we were walking away in the clothes section, guys. The clothes section. This dude was just sitting there in box, like if he was waiting for me. He was like, do you know the way? But like, I was just like, how the heck is he just chilling here? So obviously, I bought him, and this is that same figure. His arm came off. It's gonna be just because I love these figures so much, and I kind of pose and mess around with them quite a lot with my little sister. So yeah, this guy's been through a lot, but you could tell a huge difference. I guess I'll bring movie 3 one. This figure, way cooler, has more interesting, like, I guess, posability. But this figure has done a lot for me, so I will not step down on this figure. I still love it to death, but this was just way cooler for probably, to you, obvious reasons. This is the remains of my bendy Sonic. So, speaking of the bendy figures, they came with like these little spinner things. I don't have too many of them left, but you know, there's some lying around. This is the Sonic one. This is my favorite because Sonic's my favorite character. Like I said, movie Sonic's my personal favorite, but modern Sonic's also cool too. My favorite Sonic voice, in case you're wondering, is Jason Griffith. He's the best Sonic and will always be the best Sonic. But yeah, I like this spinner. It's cool. I don't really know if I could categorize it as a figure. It's more of an accessory, so I don't know. We'll put it with broken Sonic over there. I know he stands for broken, but who cares? Alright, let's bring our next broken character, who is also from the second movie. This is the movie 2 Eggman, or Robotnik. He's missing a leg. Like I said, I've had these figures for a while, guys. You gotta understand that. His leg is somewhere. It's just weird. Like, it popped out of place back there, but oh, okay, that's what's wrong. But you get what I'm trying to say. His head also came off, so that's why it's glued really weird. Yeah, I take care of my figures, as you can tell. But seriously, like, I like this figure. The elbow joints thing was cool. The arm compose. Like, this was a really impressive figure. I remember when this first came out, everybody was like, dude, this is such a cool, like, Robotnik figure. And I like how he looks in the second movie. Like I said, with the movie 3 one, I just wish it was the one from the action movie. But this one looks cool. I'm happy. Put him with the broken. I guess we should put Knuckles there too, because he's also broken. Put that there. Alright. Next up, we have this Shadow. This Shadow I actually got as a present before the movie for doing good in school. This is Motorcycle Shadow. This one came with the motorcycle. It looks so sick. This is a more basic looking Shadow figure. It's more simple, but it really was something that I was messing around with a lot to wait for the ultimate Shadow figure. But yeah, I like the motorcycle. That's kind of the main reason why I wanted it, just because it just looks so cool. So yeah, here we go right here. Motorcycle's a prop, so let's put it right there. I actually still have the box. I collected the box. I can see if I can find. Yeah. So, I actually still do have the box right here. Yeah, it's right here. This is the back. I don't know why I mixed that sound, but it does. This is the back of the box. Yeah, looks sick. Really cool, 13 points. But yeah, I kept the box. And this is the Tornado. This is the one that came for the second movie. Now, this plane's pretty cool. It like flies and does stuff. It is a little broken because it doesn't have like the little thing here, but you know, it still functions for the most part. I'll just put this right here. Not much to say about that one, but I like that one. Next up, our next game character, Chaos. I love Chaos. He's such a cool character, and the figure looks so cool. I love that it's clear. Like, it really does help the illusion that it's just like this watery fella, you know. Ooh, Chaos. Put him right there. Also in perfect condition. Yeah. I don't know why I have to. I just have to. This is the Buzz Bomber from the classic Sonic games. This is like from the minifigures that you would see like at like the cash register stands. Yeah, little Buzz Bomber. My sister calls him Bebop because we are Sonic Boom fans, specifically fans of the show. but I call it Buzz Bomber because that's what he's called in the game. That's his proper name. He's Buzz Bomber in my heart. Next up, we got Sonic Prime Tails 9. It actually rhymed a little bit. What the heck? So this is the Sonic Prime Tails with his like little mechanical claws. This Tails was always a really cool looking Tails to me. I thought he looks really crazy. Also, you know, the detail looks nice. I love how they clearly stylized it a little bit so that way it doesn't look exactly like the regular Sonic figures. Yeah, this is Tails. He looks cool. Angry. I like Sonic Prime. It's a cool, interesting show. Set him right there. Jeez, quite large. Alright. Next we got the regular movie, not movie shadow, I just almost said movie shadow. This is regular game shadow, basic shadow. His nose came off. Oh my god. This is just such a sad thing to see. But, yeah, this is game shadow. I like the shiny rings on here. He's cool. I like him. Simple, basic figure. One of, like, the first ones I ever got. And speaking of shadow, oh, yeah. This one literally just broke on the spot. Seriously? This is Super Shadow. He was in perfect condition until I pulled him out right now. You know, who cares? We're just gonna send him right here. You know what? Yeah. This is a character I thought was so cool. The Metal Overlord. Dude, he looks so sick. I love Sonic Heroes. It's such a fun game. It's one of my favorite Sonic games. I love Sonic Heroes and Sonic Mania. Those are like my two favorite games of all time for Sonic. I love the Metal Overlord. I love Metal Sonic. He's like my favorite villain from Sonic. So I love the idea of him turning into this like crazy villain. I thought it was cool. So of course, when they made a figure, I said, I gotta have it. I just need to have it. This is my only like Game Eggman figure. I really need another one because I've had this one since the minifigures first started. So just gonna put him right there, I guess. Actually, you know what? Fine. He's missing his mustache in case you couldn't tell. Here is the regular game Metal Sonic. This figure is so cool. I like it a lot. I think he's detailed and high quality and shiny. I love the shininess. He has pretty good posability for a simple Sonic figure. That's what I like. This is my Knuckles figure. Ignore the little box thing. So yeah, this is Knuckles. He's cool. He's got big fist, you know. Very game accurate, simple, small figure. I don't know why he's doing the pee-pee pose, but I guess he needs to go pee. Why do you need to go pee, Knuckles? Bendy Shadow. I've had this Shadow for a while. He's been in this pose for I don't know how long, and why he was in this pose, I don't know. But yeah, I like this one, but I would much rather the basic one because the basic regular figure, simply just because I don't know, just I guess way more functionable. But this one's cool too. The bendy figures were a nice thing, but they weren't perfect. Set them up there. Alright, next up we have movie 2 Sonic. This is the Sonic from the second movie. Yeah, I've had this guy for a while. This was always one of my favorite figures. I love movie Sonic. Oh no. Oh my god, it just... Wait guys, hold on. Wait. There we go. He didn't break. He's all good. His feet are really wobbly though. I'm afraid it's gonna break. But yeah, I like this figure a lot. This was always one of my favorite figures until I got that one. Then that became one of my favorite figures. There's that. Next up we have Jet the Hawk. I like Jet. He's cool. Jason's favorite character. I like him as like this sort of like perfect opponent for Sonic, you know. Jet the Hawk. You know, this high speed like little hawk that just like goes in hoverboard. I have this hoverboard, but I'm not gonna bring it out because it's in this accessory thing. It's like a different on accident. Here's the Eggmobile. Don't know why it's not with the Eggmobile stuff, but here it is. You could like put like the regular egg, like came with like a little small classic Eggman you put in there. He like launches up in the air. It's kind of funny. All set. But he doesn't have his tails or thing, so I just refer to him as Tails the cat. That's not his name. That's just what I call him. It's an old bendy figure. Alright, next up we have the Sonic Prime, I guess, New York City figure. This figure's cool. I always liked the shoes. I thought the shoes looked really cool in the shell. The gloves also look pretty cool. I've never gotten any more Prime figures just because I'm not a big fan of all the characters in the show. I'm really picky in my figures. I just like the normal game characters. But I got these ones just because I thought they were the coolest looking ones out of all the Sonic Prime characters. Alright. Now, back when Sonic Prime, I guess, was still going on, they had these little mystery things. I got like 2 of them. This is the Sonic one of New York City also, which is funny. There it is. I actually have the playsets that came with the figures. This is actually where I got the Sonic figure. I don't use them too often. Mainly the Green Hills one I don't use too often just because it's really poorly made, that set. Here's a Master Emerald. Came with Chaos. I'll set it right here, I guess. Alright. Next up we got... This is the movie Two Tails figure. I was never a big fan of this figure because I thought the face looked really like soulless. Like he's staring at you, but I feel like he's just like on a serial killer rampage, you know.
He's gonna kill everyone you see.
Next up, we got classic Eggman. This is the classic version of Dr. Eggman that came with the Eggmobile. I like him. He's cool. He's like a little round, really pulley, you know. You can play catch with him, I guess. Whoa, God, almost dropped him. Stand there before I knock him over. Here's another, like the 8-bit disc character. The one I showed you Sonic earlier. This is the Knuckles one. I have him too. So let's go there. Alright, here is, Ray from, Sonic Mania. This came in a 4-pack I got. This is one of my sister's favorite characters from Mania besides Tails. She likes Ray. And I like this Metal Sonic, but I was always wanting the action figure one, so I'm just happy I finally did. And I retired this figure in any all purposes. Next up we have is Mecha Sonic, or I guess as he's referred to in the games, Silver Sonic, but the packaging called him Mecha Sonic, so I guess call him whatever you want. Yeah, he's just another guy. Next up we have the Phantom Ruby that came with one of my favorite Sonic villains besides Metal Sonic. That being Infinite. Dude, I need this guy in the films. This guy is such an underrated Sonic villain. He's so cool. And I love this character so much, and I love his theme song. So I need him in the films. I need him to be appreciated. Please. I love Infinite. He's the one character I feel like we haven't seen enough of in this Sonic. Next up, probably the largest Sonic figure I have, Big Cat. He's big. Come on, guys. How do you not appreciate that face? Look at him. Look at Big. Bendy Knuckles, relative. Oh, I take it back. Look at that. This one is breaking. Jeez, Knux, what did you do the other day? Just like, I don't know. We have the big classic Sonic, or I guess it's just a regular classic Sonic figure. But I always liked the minifigure version of classic Sonic. I always thought he looked a lot better, so I don't really use this one too often. Which is probably why he looks in like pretty dang good condition, if you ask me. Alright. Speaking of classic Sonic, this is my favorite classic Sonic figure I've ever gotten. He's perfectly small and I love it. He's just so innocent, you know. He came with the Eggmobile, I think. No. The Eggmobile one came with this one. And then this one came with the, I think, Flying Battery set, I believe. So, yeah. I like these two. Perfect Sonic. Next up, we have the Mini Movie Shadow. I got this one because it looks nice. One of the first movie figures that was spotted in stores at the time. Looks cool. I like him. You know, he's just like, when we're done, there won't be any. I didn't practice that. Keanu Reeves voice. I'm not good at Keanu Reeves. The only Shadow voice I could do is the Jason Griffith one. Even that's a little bit weird. I'm Shadow. Voice is like the Keanu Reeves one, just kind of more like a I'm Shadow sort of thing. I don't know. I like voicing. This is the Eggman from Sonic Boom. I had a disc set that came with the these figures, which is why they're the only ones I own. Boom Sonic, Boom Knuckles, Eggman. They're like very basic figures. Alright, here's my regular Tails figure. The tails are like in a spinning motion. Who's that? Yeah, he's a well-maintained figure. I like him, you know. Right now it looks like he's doing like that. What? I can't do a Tails voice. My sister can, but I... Alright, here is my Supersonic figure. The bendy one of regular modern Sonic. I'm not a big fan of him because it's on his blue, yellow arms, which in the games, Sonic only has 10 arms. Whew. My regular Sonic figure. This is my regular basic modern Sonic figure. This one is I've had for a while. I almost talked in the Sonic voice saying that. I've had this one for probably the longest besides the bendy figures, so it's just really worn out. The Super Classic Sonic looks pretty dang sick if you ask me. Look at him. He's like, he doesn't really talk, so I just make it like motorbone. He's a minifigure. He has a spinning wheel though. It's probably my favorite thing about him. Classic Sonic figure was the one before my favorite one. I hate this thing. It looks so ugly. That's not classic Sonic. He doesn't belong in this collection. Chow! Look at this guy. He's so tiny. He's a little the minifigure for the second film. Yeah. Minifigure for second Sonic movie. Missing a leg, as you can tell. This is the minifigure for Sonic 3. Personally, I think it looks a little funny because I just like, whoa, there's a whole world out there. I want to explore it. This is a mini Metal Sonic that was actually Tomy Metal Sonic. Came with like a comic book. It was pretty sick. I got this one, and this one together in a set with both Tomy figures. So that's why they look a little different than most of these ones, which are all Jack specific. Pizzeria chair. Oh, random Funko Snap pizzeria chair. I don't know what that's doing here. We have probably one of the last ones I could find of the spinning. Oh, actually, wait, no. Yeah, this one too. They both look pretty cool. This is like a robot goes like. This one, oh, god dang it. This one's kind of just running, kind of like, huh, you can't catch me. It's like, see how imaginative I am? This is why I have the action figure. Last two figures I have to show off is Metal Sonic. Alright, this one's missing an arm. This is like an old mini Metal Sonic. Paint job's okay. Between the Tomy one and the Jax one, I think this one looks way cooler. But this one's cool. Mini Knuckles. Mini Knuckles, everybody. It's like, yeah, that's what's up. Alright, and that's pretty much it, actually. I mean, there is the accessories, but there's nothing really too important here. You could just take a look, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much all my Sonic figures. Like I said, my favorite out of all of these is this one. He looks so cool, and I adore him so much. They're all stored in this basket. I know, you're probably saying, my god, this dude's messy. I promise, I'm organized to an extent. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out my Sonic action figure collection. I know there's a lot of channels you go to, and I appreciate you checking out mine and seeing my crazy little Sonic collection. I know Secret of the Mimic came out today, so there's gonna be like a lot of people checking videos of that. Unfortunately, I will not be able to pull off a playthrough for personal reasons I will not get into. But I promise I'll make theories and stuff. Definitely want to talk about it. So yeah, alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you next time in who knows what. So yeah, stay tuned.